Good afternoon. So I do apologise. It's been a bit of a funny day today. The energy hasn't been quite right. So we've had quite a lot of rain here again in the UK. I know Gaia likes it. I think Canada and America would like it more. And we'd like a bit of the warm weather coming up from Europe. But it is what it is, unfortunately. So if you want to go and get a cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of water, glass of juice, even a glass of something warm and something refreshing that may have a little bit of alcohol in it, then come back, ground, open and receive, and we'll see what energy comes through for today. So today we're using the Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Arialis, and the artwork is by Josephine Clerks and it's published by Hay House. Very nice deck and very worth getting it and actually reading the guidebook, because it has a lot of very intuitive, rich knowledge in it. So I asked Spirit for one card today and they've given me 6. So I will do my best to get through it. But the energy has been particularly draining today. Partly, I think, because I've had a very, very busy week, quite a challenging week. Not physically, but just sort of intellectually. And I just wanted to have some nice sunshine today and to rest in the garden, but that wasn't meant to be. Spirit said there's other things that you need to be doing. So the first card to step forward is number 43, Passion Flower, and it's about surrender. And this is about surrendering to the path, surrendering to the journey, surrendering to what is coming up for you. If anything isn't working out, then actually just leave it, just give it to the Creator, just surrender it completely, and it'll either be transmuted or it'll be changed to something that you can use for your highest good. And it's about just allowing and trusting that actually what is happening for your highest good, and that Spirit has got your back, you know, and that's eternal. There's a lot of wisdom in surrendering. There's a lot of courage in surrendering. You know, when we surrender something, we become quite vulnerable, and when we're vulnerable, we feel quite small, as if we're going to be attacked. But actually there is great strength in vulnerability, and it takes a lot of forethought and trust to actually surrender completely and let everything go. And that's what you're asked to do at the moment. Sorry, I can see my voice is going, so I do apologise. The second card that came through was number 4, Rue, which is protection. So this is Spirit just confirming that, excuse me, when you surrender, you are protected, you are divinely guided, you're divinely protected. Spirit has your back. You know, you call in your tribe, you call in your troops, you call in all your higher light beings and your guardian angels, your ancestors, and they will protect you. You shield yourself, you cleanse yourself, you get rid of anything that is not for you, and then you surrender and you just completely surround yourself in protective energy. You know, call in the archangels and actually do it properly, and sit in that essence, and sit and know that you are safe in that surrendering moment, and to know that you are loved and protected beyond your comprehension. You are so protected, it's untrue. So the third card that came through was number 47, which is what I've been doing all day, which is sitting in stillness. So after we've surrendered, after we've protected ourselves, then we open up to Spirit and we sit in stillness and wait for answers. And it's a very sacred place to be alone with your higher self, alone with the Creator, and just allow anything to come through. Acknowledge what comes through, acknowledge the energy, acknowledge the feelings, acknowledge the intuition, acknowledge the thoughts that you're having, because they are like little signs and symbols, they are little roadmaps. So when you sit in stillness, you don't sit there and talk to yourself, you sit there actually and you are in service to humanity, you're in service to yourself, but ultimately you're in service to the Creator. So you're sitting there for guidance, you're sitting there to actually listen to what you need to do, and it's a very humbling place to be. So the fourth card that came through for today was Comfrey, Completion. So this is saying, as we get nearer and nearer the portals of manifestation, that cycles are coming to a close, that it's very important to tie up any loose ends, excuse me, to write down anything that needs to be transmuted, to write down your intentions, to write down what you'd like to manifest, to write down your guidelines for what is coming next, because as you step through the portal, then on the other side there is truth, illumination, and greater beauty and more wonder, and you will align with what you'll take through with it. It obviously won't be instantaneously, but it will be a work in progress. But some of us will actually shift on to higher timelines, and that is something really, really exciting. So completion is just making sure that everything is as it should be, that you have crossed your T's and dotted your I's, and it's about waiting, it's about being in between. So as one cycle ends and another one begins, we sit in between with the energy of closure and the energy of being open to something new. And you sit there with anticipation, with excitement, and you dream, you weave those dreams into fruition, and what you're thinking about, what you're weaving, as long as it's for your highest good, the highest good of humanity, and it does nobody any harm at all, no animal, no human, no spirit, not even the planet, then Spirit will, or the universe will deliver it for you in their time, not our time. So it may take a little while, but you'll hold that vibration, you'll hold that thought, and you'll hold that intention. And the higher your vibration, the higher your intention, the stronger your devotion, then it'll come through that little bit quicker. So the fifth card that came through for us today was number 45, which is Mandrake, Sensuality. And this is about being soft and gentle, being tender with yourself, with your feelings, with your thoughts, with your emotions, and it's about aligning and having that compassion for others. It's also about being sensual in the effect of what frequencies, what perfumes, what things affect you and how they trigger you. So, how does a piece of music make you feel? Does it make you cry? Does it make you laugh? Does it make you smile? But at seeing butterflies, what do they represent for you? It's about smelling a flower, or smelling your favourite perfume on somebody else, or admiring something. It's about opening up your senses and just being aware of a deeper relationship that you have with everything. Is go and look out and just be aware of what is coming through for you. Our senses are triggered all the time. I love the smell of fresh cut grass, love the smell of fresh baked bread, as probably most of us do. I love the smell of the ocean. the moss next to a stream, as the sort of stream bubbles over the rocks or tumbles over the rocks, and it, sort of droplets end up on the moss on the bankside, and it is lovely. Or to walk through an ancient wood, that's steeped in heavy ancient energy, and to actually smell the wild garlic underfoot as you accidentally crush it. There is nothing that lifts my soul more than the smell of wild garlic in ancient woodland. It's really, really lovely. But it's been open to your senses. It's not just the physical, as in the act of physical relationships, to be sensual, but yes, that's important too. But it's about opening up to your senses and allowing your senses to bloom and to use them for the fullness of your experience here, and see where you go, what they mean to you. It will give you a richer experience. And the last card that came through for today is number 28, which is Elder, which is about wisdom. So this is just a confirmation really from Spirit to say that we are wise beyond our years in this plane, because we are eternal, and we have been around a very long time. We have been here several times, some of us several hundreds of times, some of us possibly thousands of times. We have visited Earth in an incarnation, and we have a lot of knowledge, we have a lot of wisdom, and we are to tap into that, and we are to embrace it and welcome it and update it, because obviously some of that wisdom will be a little unaligned with this reality now, because it could be several hundred years old, several decades old maybe, but it's to refashion it with the help of Spirit and just bring it into the 21st century, and just see how we can open up and how we can bring different teachings about all that we know to the general collective. And it's about aligning with nature, aligning with nurture, and being true to yourself and to Spirit, and opening up to the natural habitat. So it's getting away from the manufactured synthetic reality that we currently reside in, and getting back to nature, getting back to clean food, clean water, clean environment, to even go as far as actually exploring the old teachings and looking at tinctures and things like that, which are natural, and they do work. They just work in a different way, and if we don't harness this energy, if we don't harness this wisdom, it will be lost. And the more we work with it, the more it'll trigger memories, and the greater wisdom will actually come through. So those are our messages for today, and I have 1, 3, 4. I've got 5 cards from the Tony Carmine Salarino Eternal Light deck, and that's published by Blue Angel. So the first one is reflection and remedy. Remember when life was much simpler, the world seemed like a giant playground, just waiting to be explored. Rediscover that world and you will rediscover your true self. Bring things back to basics to move forward and uncover solutions to many problems. It's about bringing back to basics. That's quite true actually. If you strip everything back and start with what you started with originally, then you can rebuild, and you suddenly understand where you maybe were misguided. A message from your higher self. If I could, I would tell you every day to worry less. That you do not know how beautiful you are, and that I love you. And you are perfect as you are in your imperfection. It doesn't say that, that's just a bit I've added. Reach for the stars, those ones glowing brightly inside. just beneath your fears, doubts and insecurities. Embrace them and shine. Something is coming to life. All things exist within all things, as infinite breaths lie dormant within each breath. All of creation lies dormant within each thought. Creation is the essence that gives life to matter through thought, will, or the hidden desire of the soul. Positive news is forthcoming. Something is about to manifest. Sorry, that's a cat. Nourish the soul. Nature's healing energy is sensual and magical. Let it heal you and awaken the sensual and magical by spending some time among trees. What was I saying? Earth and the trees, the earth and the sky. Feel the river of life flow through you, and you will know the great ocean of light. Reaching out. Share your concerns and insecurities and fears with those you love and trust. Nothing is so dark that it cannot be talked about. Be courageous and reach out. You may discover that others too have had similar feelings and experiences. You may realise that you are very much valued and loved. So those are our messages for today, and it is actually dusk here, so I do apologise that it's very late. I will try and get these uploaded. I haven't had lunch yet, let alone dinner, but it's just been one of those days today. It was a day deep in thought and meditation, and it was very much needed. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, however you come across this video, I thank you for being here. I hope that you are inspired. I hope that some of the messages will align with you currently. Whenever you come across this message, it is timeless. It's not just for today, it's at any time that you are here. It may touch you on a conscious or a subconscious level, and it'll awaken part of you that is long been asleep. So if you are new, welcome. I am very pleased to have you here. If you would like to comment, like and share, then this can actually get out to other people, and it'll align with somebody else, because somebody else actually may need it. Whatever you find that you don't align with, then just leave. It's not for you at this time, but there will be something here, maybe energetically rather than spiritually. But I wish you a good evening, good night, good morning and good afternoon. May you be blessed with happiness. May you be blessed with joy. May you find that inspiration that sparks your new path. And may you be filled with the abundant energy that is coming into us, so you manifest your dreams and you come into fruition. So from my heart to your heart, on this another very wet, dull day, Namaste. I'm sure Spirit will give us sunshine soon. Okay. Bye.